What is up, guys? Sardo back again, also known as the Black Gentleman. And today I'm bringing you Metal Build Ava 01 test type. I've already did a box opening, but I figure I still want to show the box again for people who didn't see that video. Why have you not seen that video? Anyway, this is the front of the box. As you can tell from the front, this isn't quite your normal Unit 1. Metal Build's take on this is kind of a bit of a more stylized, if not a bit more mechanical. And I think it kind of looks better for it. Here it goes. Like I said, it looks stylized. Looks pretty awesome, I think, on the front. Nice graphics on the box. Turn the box around. You get to see, some of the accessories, whatnot. A whole lot of Japanese that I cannot read. But if you can, that's awesome. And some of the poses it can do, and it can do a lot of poses. You're not going to see many here, but I think at the end of the video I may show some of my Instagram pics that I did earlier. So there is that. And man, there are a lot of accessories. I'm going to try to burn through them as fast as possible. But there are a lot. Alright, no small talk. First pair, you get like these pair of hands here. Look at more of a grabbing type of hand. And I think they're just plain gray plastic, molded very well, with some gold here for the little bit of I guess the guards on the hand, and it comes through looking pretty nice. Get a matching pair of those. Also get a pair of these hands, which are not quite grabbing, but more of a kind of a rest kind of hand. Pair of those. You get a pair of gun hands. With the trigger finger set. It's the same. All the hands are painted the same way. So, yeah, I'll say. And one more pair of hands. Get a pair of the sword grabbing hands. Sword or knife. How you gonna look at it. You also get these armor pieces. These here are made for the shins. They just hook on to a little ball joint on the foot. Looks like it's a gray, not gray, but kind of a black matte paint finish with orange trim. You get 2 of those. Also get 2 shin pieces. At first I thought this was unpainted plastic, but it looks like it's painted, but it has a little bit of a matte black finish, a little bit of gunmetal here at the beginning of the knee. It looks very good as well. You get 2 of those. They just pop on very easily. And you get one for the head, which is basically the same antenna that it normally has on the helmet, but these right here come down to cover the eyes for extra protection. You also get these 2 bandoliers and or holsters that peg onto the side of the leg. They're 2 painted in a matte black finish with orange trim. And kind of goes along with these, you also get these 4 extra connection points, which are right here. Just for added connection points. You can kind of plug these in here, and the weapons can pop in through here, which I'll get into here shortly in the review. You also get the umbilical cable, which if you follow Ava, they can't last long without a umbilical cord because it keeps them powered up. If it's removed or severed, I think they can fight on for about maybe 5 minutes before they power down, unless certain circumstances are met. But anyway, yeah, that's a very nice piece. Has some gunmetal here, painted on here. A little red trim, orange trim. The tube itself is like a nice, kind of a thick rubber. It has a little end here that plugs into the stand itself. And this end right here can also detach if you wish. And speaking of this end, move that to the side. You also come with the, let's see, the camera up. Come with this stand here that plugs into the docking station. So you can have your Ava in some dynamic poses. Also, the umbilical cord can also go into this cable here. If I can do it, there we go. Just plug them like so. So you can keep that in. Also comes with a Pellet Rifle, which too, like the Ava, has a bit been reimagined. Yeah, in my opinion, for the better. Got some really nice detail here. Nice paint work here. Nice molded detail. A little silver paint here on the back here. Actually not silver, kind of more of a pale gray. Some gunmetal trim here and there. More gunmetal here. Well, I think and more gunmetal here on the tip, which I found really awesome here. You can remove the magazine. It's stuck in there kind of good. And I think that's kind of a really nice touch. So you get some really cool action, some really cool reloading shots of it. And the fun doesn't just stop there. This thing also has attachments, like this nice bayonet here, which too is it's not die cast, but it is painted in nice gunmetal, some orange trim. Also, this little clip here can be removed, so he can hold it in his hand as well, or excuse me, she can hold it in her hand as well. Because first 3A was a female, so it's sometimes it's not hard to remember that. But to slide on the air barrel of the gun, you just slide on like so. Oops, like so. So I think that's a really cool look. Also, let's go ahead and remove it. You also get this here, a really cool grenade launcher, and it's painted up nice with nice smoke detail as well. More of the pale gray and the orange, a little bit gunmetal for the sliding rail. Just slide it right on like so. And that's not a bad look itself. Remove that. I got one more. I know accessories keep coming. This cool deal here. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I would say some type of turn the Pellet Rifle into some type of energy weapon, maybe. I'm not sure, but it looks cool, whatever it is. And it too had the same kind of gunmetal mold detail here, grayish metal here, gunmetal here, and too it slides on like the other accessories. Let's see, there we go. And you get a much longer weapon. And while we're still on the topic of guns, this has got to be my favorite of AOE Unit 1's weapons. This is a giant Desert Eagle, and it's awesome. And it too comes with a magazine that you can, if I can get my thumb in there, pull this out. There we go. I mean, how cool is that? Not only that, you can bring the bridge back, slide back like so. So you can definitely get some kind of cool reloading shots. And if you're handed with some FX effects, you can get a cool kind of a bullet discharging pick, which would be pretty cool. You get the progressive knife, which also too has been reimagined. It even has a sheath for it, which you can plug on to the Ava as well, which again I'm going to get to the Ava itself. It looks very good. It has a nice silver paint for the blade itself. A little bit of orange paint here. And I imagine maybe when it's in sheath, because this is a progressive knife, so it can cut through AT fields. AT fields being a thing from the show, and I'm not going to go into here. Hopefully, if you're watching this video, you know what Evangelion is. So yeah. But overall, I think the knife looks really good. And I even enjoy the handle itself. It's a very nice handle, almost like a large Bowie knife. And you just sheath it back in, and it also clips in, as you just heard. So once you hear that clip, once you hear that click, it's not going nowhere. You also get a pair of really cool ass katanas. I think this here like your standard long sword, and this is, if I got the name right, Wakizashi. I'm probably butchering that name for the sword, but yeah, more of a Japanese shorter sword. And they too are very nice. I guess we'll start with the long sword itself. It comes with this cool sheath, and just unsheath it as well. And the blade is actually die cast, and that's really cool actually. I keep touching it, so it may be a little smeared up. I need to wipe it off. Well, yeah, it looks very badass. Got some keeping with Unit 1's theme of orange. Got a little orange trim here on the paint here, and more here on the guard. A little X in the red. Even the handle itself, that's it for it, like kind of like the knife, looks very awesome. And it looks like maybe you could maybe put a little bit of a thread through this, have a little bit of something kind of cool hanging down. So overall, I think it looks very nice. And the sheath too has a little bit more of that pale gray and orange accent. Into it, locks into place really well, so it's not going anywhere. Bringing a short sword. It has a nice sheath as well, and it locks in this as well, but you don't hear that much of a rattle when you shake it. And it too unsheaths fairly easy. Its blade too is made from die cast, which again is a very nice touch. Kind of pointy actually, and it has more of that orange here on the guard, a little bit of red there, Inside the axle there, more of that gray. And I guess this right here, I said before, this is probably more of a progressive sword, like a progressive knife, so it can cut through AT fields. So it's probably charged with some type of energy, I imagine. In a cartoon, these things were never used. From what I hear, they were it was like kind of a concept thing. Maybe they were using the manga. I'm not quite sure. I never really got around to reading that. So yeah. And for that last accessory is the stand itself. And I think this is one of the cooler stands I've ever seen, because it's not just a stand, it's actually the docking area for Unit 1. And every weapon I've shown you, just about, can be pegged onto the sides here. Like I'll give you an example. Let's say I take one of these swords here, and take one of these. These little mounting clips. These come with it too. You just slide that on, and using one of these 5mm peg holes, you just stick it on. Let's see. Let's just go with this one. There you go. No instant storage. So I think that is rather ingenious. You can put the Ava at rest while at the same time have a cool place to keep all your gear, like so. You just plug it on here, and I think it looks almost kind of natural. As for this docking station, it has these two clamps here to hold the arms in. And these little areas here, which are camera up here, which are ball jointed so they can move for the pylons. And a little oh, I'm gonna go down. I can't see what I'm doing. A little area here for your umbilical cord, which I'll go ahead and grab. You can go over here like so, and you can plug that in. Which too is a nice touch. This too is a nice touch. And if I can get in there on camera. No wonder. Sorry, people. Wrong side. About to get some Sardo can't find a hole jokes, you know what I'm saying? Don't need that on me. Because Sardo always finds a hole. Always. But yeah, there you go. If you want to be even more creative, like I said before, with the stand, you can pop this up right here. There we go. Pop this piece of plastic off. And you can take your flight stand here and stick that inside. So again, you can get more, several more dynamic poses. And this thing here has different hinges, so you can do about what you want. You can even turn it left and right. That's also very nice. And you can take the umbilical cord yet again, if you really want to, and move the camera up a little taste. And plug it in here to keep the the whole Ava being charged deal, if you want to. So yeah, I think now I have covered just about accessories. After all that, about 13 minutes in, if you want to fast forward, I believe, I'm on to the figure. But trust me, I had to get through all those accessories just so some of this will make sense. And when I said I was almost done with accessories, I'm actually kind of lied. He has about 2 more accessories that are actually, excuse me, she has 2 more accessories. There's 2 on back right here. These 2 pylons right here. They're both die cast. They take a little bit of force to get on, so I'm not taking them off. But they can come off. I just don't want to reinstall them because they're a bitch to get on. So yeah. All right, let's talk about it for real now. Just from a sculpt standpoint. Well, I mean, I won't lie, the whole thing, it looks awesome. I'm gonna move my camera around a little bit, but the whole thing looks awesome. Paint is applied just about everywhere, even all the purple. That's a matte purple finish it has, with little highlights of green here, and even little bits of orange, even for the neck in here, and even and all this right here you see here. This is all die cast running through it. All the ball joints in here, everything. It's all die cast. Even inside the leg, die cast. I guess because the whole thing of being a metal build, the whole skeleton is die cast, while the outside is plastic. I think it's kind of a neat little way of doing things. And except for everything's painted. So let me put the camera a little closer. It comes through wonderfully. A normal unit 1 has a bit of would normally have a bit of red paint, which I wish they had kept, like going throughout the face. But instead, in this version, it's more of a gold. And it doesn't hurt it, but I wish that red were back. Honestly, I think the red would make it pop a little bit more. And also it has lots of cool tempographs. You can kind of see Evangelion here, the Nerve insignia, Ava 1, all painted in tempograph. Project Ava, which is all nice. Because Unit 1 is also called the test type, so that Project Ava actually makes sense. We have more tempograph in here on the chest, Evangelion, Nerve. Inside the chest here, their pectoral. This is all feels to be die cast as well. I'm not sure. It looks very, very nice. Even the accents inside of like the vending on the helmet itself looks very, very nice. Kind of a gold, copperish kind of color paint, and even have different shades of purple. As you can see, this lighter shade, almost more of a lavender, coming down on the leg, on thigh, inside as well. Orange accents, even on her New Balances. I can't help myself. I'm gonna put like the N right here somewhere. But yeah, even they look wonderful with little accents of green. Even the bottom of the feet have like some really nice detail. And you know, a lot of things you didn't have to do about this detail on the bottom, but it looks nice, I think, overall. And even the silhouette. Let me pull the camera back in. Even the silhouette itself, I think it just looks really nice. Let's see. I think that has a very nice silhouette. Now, moving on to some important things, articulation being one of those. It's articulated all so much. Well, let's start in the normal place. Let's go to the head. As far as the head goes, there's a little piece inside the neck that kind of hinders it. Like he's going to go about that much left and right. But there's a trick. If you take the head off, it is on a ball joint. There is a little piece right here. You pop that off because it too is on the ball joint. Here you go. Take that off right there. Then you put a head back on. And that way you do get more range of movement. You can probably get a full 360. Yeah, you can. But I don't think you really need one with this kind of thing. But you can do it. So the little piece missing. I'll probably end up putting it back on because I don't want those pieces. But it, you know, it's worth pointing out. As for her mouth, it does open. Because Unit 1 is known to go berserk when it receives enough damage, or the pilot Shinji is not able to fulfill his orders. The thing basically goes into a survival mode, which it fights for itself. So that's pretty cool. Although I wish, put the camera closer. I wish it came with a different head, or just go ahead and include it. Some teeth inside, because the mouth opens, but it's like no teeth. And it's kind of a bummer. I love when it goes berserk in like later. I don't remember what episode it was. Maybe episode 20 or whatever. It goes berserk and actually has like a human-esque teeth inside his head, and that's such a cool image. I wish it kind of had those, but oh well. The mouth does open, so that's worth pointing out. As far as the arms, they can go all up like so. Now this might get in the way. This is also on the die-cast ball joint. It can pop off, and it probably will. But you can raise it up even higher, get more range articulation if you want. Also has a butterfly inside, so you can kind of get a little bit of that in there, back and forth. And that's all the inner workings in here. This is all die-cast. As for the bicep itself, you can get a spin at the muscle here. So you can get a little bit of a 360 out of that. You get double elbow bend. This is really good. Hands on a ball joint. You can get a full 360 spin out of that. And they do pop off to put on whatever different kind of hand you want to use. So that's also great. So you get different hand motions. Same other side. Go about so. Might want to move this thing kind of away there. Like except for you can pop this off. So now you spin here at the bicep. It's actually very tight on this. Actually more tight on this side. The tolerances really kind of remind me of Iron Trans's Star Saber. If anyone was curious. So that's kind of reminds me of, but not as tight as that, but still tight. Double bicep bend. And 360 at the hand. And it's on double ball joint inside the wrist, so you except where you can change it out. Oh, as for the waist in the pectoral area, you do get an ab crunch, so you can get that normal Ava slouching posture. And it's a ball joint inside of here, as you can see. So like I said before, normal Ava posture. It's kind of bent like this. Also put it in the pectoral area. It's tight, but you can bend that as well. A second ball joint to give you more of a kind of a hunch thing going on, which is really cool. As far as the waist goes, it has a waist rotation, but it's very tight, and you can't get full 360, which is okay with me. But you can't rotate it like so, about like that much. About like that much. So it's very tight. As for the legs, they're incredibly tight as well, but you can kick out all the way at the knee. You get double bend knee, bend here right here, so you get that. So that's cool. Toe also articulates. Pull back out. Toe can also on ball joint, up and down. Toe bend and ankle tilt. That much that way, that much that way. So basically all you really need. Also a cool thing on the back of the leg, when you bend the knee, it's right here, pushes in. So I think that's really cool. Also on the back of the foot you have this right here on the ball joint as well. So it kind of gets out of the way. As far as the leg going back goes, you only get but so much about like that, so it's not really a whole lot you can do. I think because this die cast piece here, oops, kind of stops it. As far as going out goes, leg gives you that much going out. Not a whole lot, but I think enough for ground poses go. Also, one more cool thing to show: when you're bending the leg here, all this die cast and paint work here is it's not all die cast, some of that's plastic. But when you move it, it's like muscle definition. In case you're wondering why that is, these things are not entirely robots. They're more or less what you call it. I think more or less a cyborg that come from. Oh god, it's a long story, isn't it? But anyway, let's just say they're giant cyborgs that have powers inside of them. But yeah, I like how that muscle definition works. Very awesome. So in case anyone wonder, what do you think about robots? They have muscle definition. They're kind of robots. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't feel like explaining too much of this. But anyway, you kick out this far with the leg, same way, same toe articulation, all that good stuff. Knee bend, double bend. So it's all articulation, legs, all good, except for very posable, very tight joints, which is a good thing. Alright, and I would do like some really cool poses with this figure, but I don't want to eat up too much every time because, like I said before, those accessories ate most of it up, and I don't want to keep you here all day. Now, as far as accessories go, they can be stored either up here on the pylons on either side. Both have holes here, 5mm holes. And what another cool trick is, you can open this up right here on the leg, kind of a la RoboCop, and so probably just come off of my hand. It's kind of tight. Oops. And it just popped off. I'm not sure where that piece went. There it is. This piece is kind of popped off. I'll fix that off camera. Sorry about that cut there. I just go ahead and did it off camera. But yeah, these sides open up on both sides. And this side is a little bit tighter than the other side. This side right here, excuse me, is a little bit looser, so not much effort. On this side, you know, you can kind of pull so much that the little purple piece comes off. But it's not a big deal. It picks right back on. And it just came off again. Man. Hold on, guys. There we go. Good enough. Okay. I know. I'm gonna leave it off. The hell with it. Anyhow, you can put on these little things right here, like I showed you earlier. They just kind of use these little grooves here, and they slide on like this here. So you get something like that, and you can put them on both sides. Just slide them in like so. And trust me, they're not hard, but sometimes things don't work that easy on camera. But yeah, you get a little something like that. Also, if you go down here below, remember I had these little Shin Guards. Well, you can pop off these on ball joints. Just take it off like so. And let's see, let's grab a Shin Guard. Let's grab this one here. And this goes on with friction. Just kind of like so. So I've always did find it kind of weird that this thing only got Shin Guards and foot guard. It should have got some arm guards too. But hey, whatever. I'm just gonna put one on so you guys can kind of compare. So that kind of how it looks. I think it looks good. I guess I'm more of a purist. I don't know if I want to leave that on there. But it's kind of good to kind of show you guys how it will look just one. And as for the headed one, this is my first time doing this. I think you just grab it right here and you just pull off like so. There we go. There we go. Come off fairly easy. And you put on your secondary horn that has I guess eye armor. And there you go. This is more your armored up unit 1. I don't know if I like it or not like that, but it's something different. And here's the one the other leg. Here she is with all her gear, and I think it looks fairly good. I'm not too sure about the eye covers, but I think everything looks pretty good. Like I said before, I just kind of wish she had some armor to go over her forearms, maybe. I think that would been in order. Now to put more weapons on her, you can grab like just about anything. Here's the progressive knife. For me, I like to put on top of here, and because in the anime, it normally comes out from the pylon, so I like to replicate that. So I like to stick it up and just totally drop that. I like to pick it in right about in this area. Like I said, you can put it anywhere you want though, but it's kind of how I like it. Kind of like that, kind of reach up and ready to grab it. As far as the swords are concerned, I think it's kind of easier if you just kind of take it off first. Put these in like so. Oops. And slide it back on. Kind of get something like this going on. It's kind of a look I kind of dig. Something like that. And you just reattach. Get it out of the way. Let's see. There we go. And I think that looks kind of cool. Like I said before, you can kind of position it anything way you want it to be. Take your sword or knife, and you just place it in the hand firmly like so. Nothing much to it, fairly easy. And that's about it. You can just pop it onto your ball joint. For a gun, you would grab one of these things like this. You can identify it by the hand being kind of a firing pose up there. It hits your trigger finger. And they're pliable, so you're gonna have to bend them just a little bit. You just want to kind of do your best. Like I said, the fingers do move. Mine's a little snug. As you can see, the hand holds it very wonderfully. RoboCop couldn't do a better job, if you ask me. Now I'm gonna put this aside. Grab the Ava, and you just want to fold this little piece right here back, and just finagle this out like so. And there you go. And just pop that on. Not much to it. There we go. And the same thing with the sword or blade grabbing hand. It just come up on camera. It just pops off the ball joint. And slip right on. Now the sword or knife grabbing hand, it's not as secure as a gun hand, but it does the job. I got everything on there. I think that looks wonderful. I mean, that's a really good look. Now in the anime, Shinji never had her that, you know, that gung ho ready to go, but I think that looks great. And since I still have space, I can go ahead and grab my if you want to. You can go ahead and still grab your Pellet Rifle, and using this little hook on right here, you can either, you know, put it on the belt here or on the shoulder. So, and so therefore, you can literally have everything you want on this damn thing, and you know, it's whatever you want to do. Here we are back with the stand. All you do is go ahead and get this umbilical cord out of your way. Just go ahead and snatch her up. You don't want to put her back in a kind of a normal pose. Give things kind of straighten out. And you want to kind of line the camera for a little. These pylons right here, you're going to kind of want to line these up the best you can, or just simply take them off. But if you're going to leave them on, you can kind of, you just want to get her lined up a little bit and just push her in there like so. The pylons don't lock in anything. You just get the hands in there straight, like so. You can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't have the back all the way straightened up. I had it kind of hunched over. But yeah, once you line everything up, it goes in easy, like I said before. These cuffs kind of just go around the wrist. And honestly, the cuffs by themselves pretty much hold it in place. And move the camera up. These kind of can move around. They kind of go halfway in there. Like I said before, the pylons don't lock in or anything, but you can kind of give the illusion like maybe they kind of are. And grab your umbilical cord here. It's just I don't think I showed this. These holes right here on the back of the Eva, right in there. You just want to plug this right here and these 3 small notches into that, and it's not hard at all. And most pictures I take, I leave the cord in just for, you know, accuracy's sake. And yeah, there you go. I think that looks really great. It gives it gives a look like the Ava's getting ready to launch, or either it's back from finding an angel, and it's back in this docking area, you know, being serviced, because no armor and whatnot regularly gets broken and had to be replaced. Stand. I just go ahead and took the whole back part off just to make it look a little better. But using the stand, yeah, you can achieve, you know, more dynamic poses like this, and like a jumping and leaping pose. You know, a little bit of that Usain Bolt action going on there. Yeah. So if we can do, I mean, you can do more dynamic stuff than this. This is probably like a rank amateur pose, I'm sure. But I think it looks cool. For my final thought, if you guys couldn't tell by my how I felt about this thing, it's awesome. If you are a Neon Genesis fan, I think it's worth picking up. It's not anime accurate. I don't believe it's in comic book accurate. Hell, it's not even Evangelion rebuild accurate. But this is truly a stylized reimagining of Eva Unit 1. Maybe if they had made a movie in Neon Genesis, like a live action, it probably looks something like this. And they did do it. I hope Benicio del Toro, if I'm saying his name correctly, from Pacific Rim fame, would direct. I'll just put that out there. But anyway, yeah, this thing's a marvel. It's painted up very nicely. The accessories are immense, but also very awesome. It'll look good, sculpts good. Even comes with an awesome stand that also becomes a docking station for the figure. It's just really the total package, also. Pick the camera up. I didn't show this in review. I put my apologies. The thighs here, they can rotate out ever so slightly, so that's a bit more articulation that I forgot to show. So my apologies. I'm not gonna go back and re-edit that. So I just forgot to tell you now. Where I'm at, it's like almost 4 in the morning. So I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, it's awesome. It's definitely worth buying and worth the money. I wish I had got this thing when it was first released at the retail price, But I had to pay a slight markup, but luckily it wasn't too bad. And I don't regret the money spent. It's gonna look real good next to my other Tamash Nation, SOC figures. Just gotta figure out a place for her to go. So yeah, if you made it all the way through this video and all these damn accessories, you are a superstar and a champion. I appreciate it. So with that being said, before I wrap it all completely up, if you guys have not subscribed to or watched the Adepticons, you're totally missing out. They put out great content almost every week. And as always, I have their stuff down here, so you can follow those guys. Trust me, you won't regret it. Also, if you had not already, it would be awesome if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. I'll be having more content like this coming up very soon. And as everyone knows who watches, I'm trying to hit that 500 mark by the end of the year. May hit it, maybe not. But if you want to help me out, go ahead and subscribe. Much appreciated. So with all that being said, this has been Sardo, also known as the out here doing God's work, viewing these figures. Till next time, peace out.